NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now Wilson on first down.
That one going to be complete to David Moore. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
A gain of 14. And the Seahawks first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. 7 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Good job right there. Good job right there. Put on first. Let's go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Come on.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot. Help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Wilson now to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Set! 180! Hey, tight!
They'll run with Samuels. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Ready? Black 5! 55! Kill! Turn it up! Jack 16! Easy.
Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Kill! Solid, 5 down. Check it out. Take both of them.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Yeah, he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Oh, you got deep? Slam! Slack it down!
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Easy.
Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Blue 30. 56. 8. Like I said. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 4 down. 49. Quarter. Check 49. Keep these two. Go, go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Connor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's third down and goal to go.
So backed up to the 6 now. Third and goal.
I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson looking for the out route, and he's got more. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
It's a gain of 15, but it's third down.
Cut. 3-15. Switch up. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Took right.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Dad! Block 80! 44.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
No spacing.
Here I come.
5.
55, Mike, 55. Watch the back and watch
Double.
Why? Give
Double
him.
bump.
25, check 25.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
All right, now.
So
Black
from
20.
Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st and 10 is Counter. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, tighten down.
Focus.
Watch out.
Take both of them.
Rush in.
Black and 3rd.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here we go. Black 5.
Right there in the middle. 55. Check.
Take 2 of them.
Crouch. Slam.
King. Black and 3rd.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
Set. 180.
Mike 5-4. Here we go, D. Here I come.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down. How big.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Watch it.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Hey, zero. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
We got this.
A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson throwing again. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. To throw again is Wilson. And he finds Penny. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
You got 3 down.
Again, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Wilson will throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
44. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Let's go, D. Bravo.
Hey, watch that.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal.
Nice pick.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 44-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 46 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
Check.
Now Edmonds trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Ready? Blue 30.
Check right 54. Right 54. Exit. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, check 24. Check.
On second down, it's Connor, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and 5. On the carry, it's Samuels. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Wilson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, hey. 90 is a mic. Bring it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Devin Bush brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Devin Bush in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A 51-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Slam. Check.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
Check.
Here's Samuels. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Who's 30?
Mike 54. Let's go. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Check 15. Check 15. No foul. Topper!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Middle. Jack 16. Take 2 of them. You good? Black and third.
Now Roethlisberger. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set! Black 80!
Watch 85. Nice, sweetheart.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 50 black.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 38.
Front it.
198, watch 91. Curry. 198, watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Spot that, spot that.
90. Let's go. 90 is the mic. It's a party now.
Wilson going to throw again. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Bud Dupree getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
90 is the mic. Get him.
From the gun, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They start the drive with Connor. He's got a 1st down past the 30, and all the way up to the 35-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Steelers, 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pick it up. Check.
Heat these 2.
Check.
Solid, 5 down.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. That's caught inside the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Set! Flex 30.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's a party now. Whoa. Check safety.
Flex it good.
On 2nd down now. It's Connor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Snickers.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. And Boswell's kick is good. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Fight, Chris, my team.
I got one. Strong run. Strong.
Alert.
Switch. Check. 55 to Mike. Check.
Go, 14.
No such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Good job right there.
Shoot.
Hey, easy. Touch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This complete to Lockett. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
198.
Hey, 0.
Let's go. We own them.
4 down.
98 to Mike. Record.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, he's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jaron Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will get him one closer. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Take both of them.
I got it.
Let's go.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Bang, 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 bang.
Alert. Flag.
Throw left side, taken in by Washington. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. Today's final score.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for Pittsburgh, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.